want to hear what you say.
Well,
Okay.
you're just assuming this is going to be very informative, so
I know,
no
we are.
pressure.
Okay, here we go. Now let me do it so that everybody sees you. Let's go in here to, okay, here we go. Let's go in here and well, sometimes I can't see where the people are. So here we go. Okay, Rodman, let me see. Where I want to go in and make so that it says speaker view. And for some reason I can't see the speaker view. Where is that? Okay. Talk, Rodman. Say something.
Sure.
Go ahead and start. I'll figure
Are
it
we
out.
ready to start? Yeah.
We're ready.
As
We're
long
just
as everybody
waiting.
can
We're waiting
see.
for you. We're waiting
Well,
for you.
well, you told me to join at 10 after, which
I
I
did.
okay,
I did.
fair enough. Um, well, it's a pleasure to be here. I really don't know what to expect other than I'm going to give you kind of an analogy. If any of you have been to one of the amazing buffets in Vegas, um, it's overwhelming. And what I'm going to share with you right now can be overwhelming, but what I'm going to attempt to do is just give you a little bite of one of the appetizers. And if it tastes good, then we can certainly come back and revisit more of the buffet. But if I attempted to give you everything right now, it would be overwhelming. You'd probably leave with indigestion, and you wouldn't want to go revisit the buffet later. So, with that said, and that caveat, I'm going to just give you a very high level overview of what AI is and what ChatGPT is, and then I'm going to get into a couple of use cases that can be pretty fun for all of us. This is not specific to your roles and the organization, as is Jafra. This is going to be more broad based because I think the applicability and usefulness of ChatGPT is across the board. We're going to focus there. And again, we'll come back to this as we need to. So, Vicky, I'm sure you've provided a little bit of background in terms of who I am. I won't go into that in any more detail. Let's just get into
Oh
it.
no. Oh, it's okay. Tell who you are. I haven't. I just said I didn't even tell you
Okay.
that I'm related to you.
Well, so Vicky's my mother-in-law. She's my favorite mother-in-law, by the
Oh
way.
yeah, sure. Yeah,
Um,
only one.
oh, that's right. That's fair. So let's see. Meredith, who is her daughter, youngest daughter, she and I've been married for 31 years now. So I've known Vicky a long time. I am an AI go-to-market consultant and advisor. And this is something that I think is really interesting. AI is not new. ChatGPT is relatively new, but at the end of the day, this is something that's been out there for quite some time. ChatGPT and some of these other LLMs are starting to figure out how to monetize and how to become more democratized. And by that, what I mean is it becomes useful for everybody. And I'm just going to again give you a little tidbit of the buffet right now, and we'll dive into more later. But let me give you an overarching view of what is AI. So AI stands for artificial intelligence. Ironically, I created this presentation in about one click using AI, which is pretty fun. So there's a lot of efficiencies that can be created based on AI. But what is it? So think of AI as a computer, an application, a machine. It thinks and solves problems just like humans. AI does not need to be instructed every step of the way. So it's not a toddler, meaning you've got to tell it exactly what to do. It's not a teenager. You've got to give it demands and instructions. You can essentially tell it what to do, and it's going to know how to perform or give you the output that you provided from a prompt. We'll get into what is a prompt in a minute. And I think lastly, it's a super smart helper that can help you in your everyday life do things that you didn't think possible just from an efficiency perspective. And I'll share a few examples of that as we go. So here's a computer generated version of a young Vicky with her helper. And essentially, what is ChatGPT? So, chat refers to its ability to engage in meaningful conversation, almost human like. It's like chatting with somebody else. The G stands for generative. What that means, it's basically generating text based on inputs or prompts that you're giving it. The P stands for pre-trained, meaning it's already been trained on all of this input and data it's received. So it knows how to respond to topics, questions, inquiries, conversation. And then Transformer is just the type of AI model that powers it. It generates and understands language. Um, and it's basically like, here's Vicky with her computer. She's got this little, I'll call it her Chat GPT robot. That robot's going to interact with her based on dialogue and conversation that she's giving it. And Chat GPT and any of these other like models exist in a lot of different forms. They can exist on your phone. They can exist on your laptop. There's AI models that exist in cars, all over the place. So um, that's just a very high level view of what is ChatGPT. So here, like I said, these are very simple use cases in terms of how one can use ChatGPT. I'm going to give you an example. I'm going to share my screen. I'm going to go into my view of ChatGPT. And we'll dive into this in more detail at a later point. But essentially what you can do is I'm going to go back to, I want to learn new things. So I've got a son who's just about to leave for 2 years to go on a volunteer service mission to Brazil. And I want to learn Portuguese along with him. So I can say something like, teach me conversational Portuguese as if I'm a beginner. So it's going to spit this out. It's going to give me some basic greetings and basic phrases in Portuguese. It's going to provide just different constructs and contexts relative to situations. But that's just one example of many. Now, I can interact with ChatGPT and I can tell it something very specific in terms of, teach me how to order at a restaurant. So it's going to take that prompt and it's going to say, okay, when you arrive, here's what you say. When you're looking at the menu, here's a couple of questions. And then when you're actually ordering your food, here's what to do. So this is one very simple example. I'm going to go into a different use case. We just covered learning new things. Let's go into writing assistance. So this is something in your, so I can clear this because this is actually going to make a copy of this from a history perspective over in my left-hand column here, but I'm just going to create a brand new prompt. And this is just like interacting in Google or leveraging something in your search engine. It's just a different way to think about it. So from a writing assistance perspective, let's just say that as a Jafra consultant, you wanted to create some sort of an email that you're going to send out to a potential customer. And so I'm going to create a little prompt here. I'm going to say, pretend I'm a Jafra sales consultant. Write a brief introduction to my company with the intended audience being a brand new customer.
Wow.
So here's what it comes up with. And this is without me telling it anything. And this is just based on the data that exists out there right now. Welcome to Jafra. We're a global beauty brand known for offering high quality skincare, cosmetics, and fragrances. Our products are designed to help you look and feel your best by combining the latest innovations with natural ingredients. I won't read the whole thing, but you get the point. That took me all of about 5 seconds to write that. And here it is, providing something very specific that you could use. You can copy and paste this in an email and send it out to your prospective customers. Now, if you wanted to get more specific or you wanted to change something, you could simply offer an option. Let's say, for example, you've got this a potential customer or prospect in Mexico. Um, translate this into Mexican Spanish. And within seconds, it has the exact same copy translated into Mexican Spanish.
So we can use this as a translator as well.
Absolutely. You certainly can.
I like the way it works better than I do Google Translate.
It's very quick and seamless. Okay. Let me see if there's anything I missed here that we may want to go through. So there's writing assistance, answering questions. This is, again, this is very open-ended, but somebody threw out a question. Oh,
Right.
this is one that I
They
really,
can't throw out a question because I have them all
you
muted.
all on mute. Well,
They
Vicky,
can
then
do
you
it
throw out
in
a question.
chat. I'll put it in. How about do it in chat? Because if we have them all come in, then it
Yeah,
gets very noisy. But you could write your questions in. Oh, there's chat right here. Tucky, are you looking at the chat, telling them what?
I can see it.
There you go.
There's nothing in there right now except a
Nothing in there.
wow and a congratulations.
Okay. Well,
I'll-
Rodman,
I'll-
I had to, all of us have to write on our new website that Jaffa, we just have a new website, all new, and we have to write about ourselves on our
Okay.
website.
Yep.
So that's one thing that everybody is going to want to know how to do. And so kind of you showed a little bit there, but basically it's just an introduction to ourselves and to Jafra and our background or whatever. You know, you're going to want it to sound really good to make people want to stay on your website to order from you.
So that becomes what I would consider a layer a little bit deeper because you have to provide the inputs, meaning some level of biography or introduction into who you are in order for ChatGPT to create something that makes it personalized to you.
Mhm.
And so here, I'm just going to throw out an example here. Um, I'm Vicky hacking a 30 plus year Jafra
60.
consultant. Well, I know I'm just going to play with it and we'll get
Okay.
it.
Okay.
Write a biography that
Ooh.
I can post on Jafra's website about me.
Wow.
Now, it's probably going to struggle a little bit,
Yeah.
but this
But
is
what,
something you can take this as kind of your blueprint, and now you can personalize it based on things that you know about yourself that you can put in here and make it super
and
easy.
then do it again. I can put it
Yes,
back in, right? Resubmit it and see what it does with that, right?
100%. Now, one of the things that we can do later is I can teach you how to essentially build a profile in ChatGPT. So one of the things that I've done, because I use this so frequently, is I've trained ChatGPT to answer questions based on my experience, my role, who I am, my interests. And so it becomes a bit more personalized because I've provided more data about me. Um, I'm coming at this obviously not as a Jafra consultant, and I'm trying to get it to tell me something that it can write on behalf of Vicky Hacking. But with more time and a few more tweaks, it'll get to the point where it's pretty personalized.
Wow. And also, because we're always having to recommend different products for different concerns. So this would be amazing. When somebody has rosacea, you could actually uh, use this to give them information on rosacea and then put in a product that you recommend. Do you see what I mean? We're dealing with that all the time. What do I use to for my skin? I'm worried about wrinkles and lines or whatever. What products? Because I think AI can go in and actually recommend products, Jaffa products. They know them. I don't know.
So here's a recommendation based on a product that your customer is concerned about wrinkles and lines. So you tell me, does Royal Defy lift? do the trick.
Yep. Yep. See, that's why I'm saying I think AI knows all our products and knows exactly what. Plus the fact we can add in there anything else to personalize it. But I want them to see that, Rod, that you can
Yep.
put in, what do I do for this? What do I do for that? And put in Jafra, and AI will go in and find the products and actually put them in for us to recommend, right?
Yep, certainly did. I mean, this was a very quick prompt. Again, this is my input and this is ChatGPT's output. And it's providing a couple of really interesting and useful sentences that as you're on the phone or in an email with one of your customers, I think it's spot on. I don't know the Jaffa product line like the rest of you do, but to me, this seems like it's building credibility relative to how you would address that concern.
Right. Yeah. Well, that it's a whole world opening up to us, isn't it? It is. So I would say the other day I used AI because um my contractor wanted me to give him a letter of recommendation. Would you write a letter? And I'm going, oh God, what am I going to say? So I just basically asked AI and I used his name, and that I wanted to recommend him, give a letter of recommendation. And I'm not kidding you, it just went out and wrote a most beautiful letter about Charles. It's like for me to, and Charles said, "Oh, thank you so much." And I'm going, "Wow." So I don't know. What about diaries and journals? Does AI can AI take some of the things that we write in our journals and spruce them up and make them sound really good? Do you ever use that for journals?
I personally don't, but there is this attach button right here where you can essentially pull any file and either ask it for a summary, ask it to redo it, rewrite it. Um,
Right.
the options are relatively endless.
Yeah. I thought about taking some of my journal pages and putting them in and seeing what it does to it, how it can spruce it up a little bit,
Yeah.
So I don't know. It's endless, Rod. The whole thing is just so overwhelming. And I hope everybody here gets a picture of it. We're going to keep on going with it. So we'll come up with more questions and things for you too. I hope you'll come
Yeah.
back.
No, please do. I'll leave you with this. AI and ChatGPT and all of these applications that are being created based on artificial intelligence should not be something to be scared of or afraid of. It's creating efficiencies in the way we think about our daily tasks, if you will. And I've heard a lot of people say that will replace humans. That's not true. I think humans leveraging AI will certainly replace humans that are not. So
Oh,
it's a
wow.
great opportunity to continue to upskill and uplevel your enablement. And here's something super simple. I'm an AI novice. Teach me how to use Chat GPT. And it'll create a framework for you based on. So it's personalized some of this stuff because I've already told it what I like. You can see certain things like SaaS, which is my business. I like tacos and energy drinks, so it has that kind of stuff in here. I've been teaching it or asking it a lot of questions around sales process and methodologies. So this is very personalized to me. But as you continue to interact with ChatGPT on your own, it'll also be personalized to you as in your function as moms, wives, grandmas, consultants, salespeople, etc., which is tremendous.
Wow. Well, it's very, very exciting, Rodman, and thank you so much. And we'll be asking you to come back. We won't overburden you, but maybe once a month you might come in and just check in with us and give us some tidbits and what you're doing and what else our possibilities are. So
Happy to do it. Thank you for the opportunity. I wish you all continued success in what you're doing, and I will check in with you in 30 days and see what next element of the buffet we go nibble on.
okay, I love it.